Hello YouTubers, I'm Justin and today on Dashandrun we're going to be looking at this. Now this is a replica of the original Spectrum 48 and it is a fully working version of that particular personal computer that came out back in the 80s. It comes from Retro Games. They've produced things like the Amiga and the Commodore 64 and other micro mini consoles and full-size ones. With this particular model, the keyboard is fully functional. It does come with 48 games preloaded, which is pretty nice, but you can load your own games too. And pretty much like all my videos, let's get it out of the box, have a bit of a closer look at this unit and the games, and then I'll give you my opinion at the end of the video. So let's go from there. So the first thing is a box in a box, and it comes with this very nice box with the layout of the keys, which is really nice, and that's the first thing in the actual box. The first thing out of the box that I showed you earlier is this, which is basically a very basic manual. It shows you the layout of the ports at the back and then a QR code to download the actual full manual. So they don't give you an actual full manual, but they give you some sort of a manual in the box. Comes with two cables. It comes with a HDMI cable which is about 2 meters long and also a USB-C cable which is about the same length. So you do get those two cables in the box, but you don't get any power brick, so you have to supply your own power brick to power the actual computer console. And finally we've got the console computer keyboard itself, and as you can see it's very nicely presented. It looks very similar to what the Spectrum 48 looked like, and as I said, I've never actually owned one, but looking at photos it looks like they've definitely done a good job of replicating it. Overall it feels quite nice in one's hands, and it's definitely got a nice textural feel to the keys. I believe they're an improvement over the original too, reading about it. Now going on the side here, you've got 3 USB ports, they're for controllers. You've got a button here which is like a reset button, but it's a home button. You've got your USB port for side loading stuff from a USB thumb drive, but you can also add firmware updates too. HDMI port, power cable port, which is a USB-C port, no brick included. And then finally you've got your power button. Now that's pretty much everything. It doesn't include any controller as well in the box, so you've just got the keyboard and the games all built in. So next let's go and have a quick look at the menu system and some of the games, and then I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of this video of whether I think this is worth getting or not. Well, there you go. There's my quick look and unboxing of this mini Spectrum console game personal computer. And overall, I think it's pretty awesome. It probably needs a lot more exploring. As I said, I'm not so familiar with some of the games, and it's just a quick overview just to show you what you actually get. But I think this could be quite a fun unit. There's lots of actual things you could do with it. You can sideload more games. Of course, it does have the ability to program BASIC into this to make your own games, and overall I feel the build quality and what you get is pretty decent. So if you're after something that's a bit retro and is actually quite decent, I can recommend this. Anyway, I'm Justin, and as always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.